New tonight, a concerning discovery made about a potential loophole in the parole board system.
News 8's Megan Bunchman's been digging into this story all week long. She joins us in studio tonight with the latest. Megan?
Brian, Amber, Gregory Dujardin's latest alleged sexual assault victim is a mother of 3. Now, she testified earlier this week in tears, recalling the assault that took place back on September 8th of this year in Port Sheldon Township. And now tonight, we're learning that this latest alleged crime could have been avoided entirely, if an Ottawa County judge's concerns were taken more seriously.
Disturbing new details tonight in the case against Gregory Dujardin, as the convicted sex offender is facing new charges accused of sexually assaulting a 24-year-old mother of 3 last month in Port Sheldon Township. Just 10 months earlier, an Ottawa County judge urged the Michigan Parole Board not to release Dujardin, calling him a serious threat to women. But that panel did not heed Judge Karen Miedema's recommendation. Dujardin did not complete sex offender treatment. He also failed to recognize the severity of his past crimes. Those are among factors cited by Judge Miedema in her request that Dujardin stay in prison. Dujardin was serving a life sentence for raping an Ottawa County park attendant back in 1988. He'd been on parole at that time for sexually assaulting a gas station clerk 2 years earlier. Because the life sentence was not a mandatory life term, he became eligible for parole after serving 15 years behind bars. His most recent parole hearing taking place last November. 4 factors are considered at parole hearings. 1, they've served the mandated minimum term of their sentence, in this case 15 years. 2, the judge that sentenced him does not object. 3, a public hearing is held. And 4, a transcript from that hearing is filed with the Attorney General's office. The second factor comes into play here, as the judge who sentenced Dujardin has since died. But the words from Judge James Townsend during sentencing back in 1989 were prophetic. Extreme violence, temper, lack of control, aggression, and a willingness to use a weapon under certain circumstances. Townsend said those factors justified a life term. He also called Dujardin, quote, very dangerous to women and a predator. Still, Judge Miedema, Townsend's successor, was able to weigh in, but her objection does not carry the same weight at a parole hearing, according to a Department of Corrections spokesperson, saying, quote, a successor judge's objection is made part of the official record, but it does not prevent the parole board from proceeding. Meaning, if Judge Townsend were still alive, Dujardin would never have been granted parole, but because of timing, this convicted sex offender was able to walk.
Now, the 60-year-old habitual offender is back in jail tonight as he awaits trial for these latest CSC charges. His case has been moved to circuit court. Amber.